know what he did to you. I know the holes in the wall are from where he threw you through them. I've just gotten out of hospital. I have fractured ribs. I'm covered in bruises and handprints and all of this. I've pressed charges. I want your help.
Mhm.
And like I said, we'll get into the police response because there was a reason why I never pressed charges. This was in Australia.
Mhm.
And I went and spoke with her very briefly. To this day, I don't know her story. I sat with her and I saw a broken woman who was in the same position that I had been in when I broke free of him, just completely broken, that spark almost completely gone, just trying to make sense of what was going on. And so I told her my story and I wanted her to understand that what was happening to her wasn't about her. There was a very clear pattern to his behavior. And I didn't want to get involved, but I carried guilt for not officially pressing charges. So I reached out to the police officer that was handling her case. And he said to me, statute of limitations, there's nothing that you can do to be a part of this. And I thought, okay, I've done my bit. I've done all that I can. And I thankfully don't have to be involved in this. And he said, but can you tell me your story anyway? So I did, very briefly. And at the end of it, this man said to me, I've met him. And I said, okay. And I sat there for a minute and we were both silent. And it took a moment for the penny to drop. And I said, oh, you think he's charming? And he said, well, yeah, he was great. And I said, you do understand we don't go out with them and they beat us up on night one. There is a process to this. And I said, you're a police officer. You would understand that. And he says, oh, yes, 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 yes. I reached out to her a few months later and I said, hey, just checking in for an update. Did anything happen? And she said, oh, no, it's really strange. I haven't heard back. So she reached out. And even though she was hospitalized with handprints, with fractured ribs, all charges were dropped, citing not enough evidence.
Not enough evidence, man. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man. One of the biggest irritations that I have is the concept that, and it's not that it's only men that say this, but it's driven by that group, that if you are proven not guilty, that means you were proven innocent. Like you're conflating two things, right?